Coming up next on YCU News, New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan meets today with New England governors and Eastern Canadian leaders. New Hampshire resident Travis Hattie faces felony charges after leading a police chase. And a woman is in critical condition after being backed into by a car. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCU, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region and central Vermont. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that's happening in our area. The news on YCU, your local view.
Good evening. I'm Rose Spillman, and thank you for joining us for this Monday edition of YCU News. New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan is meeting today in Quebec, Canada, with other New England governors and Eastern Canadian leaders. Transportation and emergency rescue services are just two issues that the political leaders are discussing. Creating jobs across this eastern region could benefit residents and companies, Hassan says today. Next year, New Hampshire will host this annual meeting, now in its 37th year. 18-year-old North Walpole, New Hampshire resident Travis Hattie will be back in court next week. Hattie faces 5 charges, including felony counts, after police say he led them on a chase that ended with Hattie, a 17-year-old passenger, and the stolen truck in the Sugar River in Claremont Friday morning. The chase, search, and recovery of the truck and the 2 young men involved took several hours. Claremont and State Police plus Claremont firefighters were several safety agencies involved. Hattie's hearing is set for 1 p.m. in Claremont District Court. Claremont residents and business owners are invited to the second meeting of a Neighborhood Watch program. Tuesday night's meeting begins at 6 p.m. at 31 Pleasant Street in Claremont. The meeting will be held in a second-floor conference room. City Police Chief Alex Scott is expected to attend. Talk of forming a Neighborhood Watch began after vandals overturned 75 headstones in the West Pleasant Street Cemetery. The group aims to prevent area vandalism and improve the quality of life for all who work and live in Claremont. Lebanon residents are asked to help plan their city's future, especially around Mechanic Street. From 4 to 6 p.m. Tuesday at the Carter Country Club at 257 Mechanic Street, citizens will learn about plans to reinvigorate this downtown section. Creating pedestrian-friendly paths, namely the Mascoma Greenway, also will be discussed. Lebanon city leaders plan a mixed-use development, one where businesses, retail shops, and housing can coexist and thrive. A central New Hampshire woman is in critical condition after state police say another woman backed her car into the victim. The victim's name is not being released yet. The woman charged with hitting her is. The accident happened in Rabbit Lane in Barnstead around 12:45 p.m. Sunday. Police report a car driven by 27-year-old Sierra Rollins backed into the victim, pitting her against the car as it hit a stone wall. Police learned Rollins is not currently allowed to drive. Rollins now faces 2 charges, driving after suspension and driving with a suspended registration. Vermont State Police seek the public's help in learning who removed signs created by grade school students in Sunderland, Vermont. Police say the vandalism was reported at 8 a.m. Saturday morning at the K through grade 6 school. The school is located at 98 Bear Ridge Road in that southwestern Vermont town. Damaged are 12 signs made by the students, signs that people see along the road leading to the school parking lot. Police say the vandalism likely happened Friday night. Anyone with information is asked to call the Shaftesbury Police Barracks at 802-442-5421 or text a message to crimes at 274637. Tips also can be submitted online anonymously by clicking on www.vtips.com. This Saturday marked the 4th annual V&A of Vermont and New Hampshire Wings of Hope butterfly release. Let's take a look at the festival from this weekend.
Hi, I'm Ann Holmes. We're here today at Colburn Park on the Green in Lebanon for Wings of Hope. sponsored by the VNA of Vermont and New Hampshire. And with me is Catherine Hogan, the Director of Community Relations and Development. Catherine, this is a spectacular event.
Thanks, Anne. We love it. And we have such a beautiful day. Isn't this great?
The weather is great. Now tell us, what is exactly Wings of Hope?
Wings of Hope, this is our 4th annual Wings of Hope event, and it's really a chance for families and individuals to come out and celebrate the memory of people they love, both those they've lost and those that they still have with them, and raise money for VNA, VNH hospice programs. We start out the ceremony with a presentation from people who are important to us in the community today, and we will be inviting people to read aloud the names of people who are being honored today, and then at the end of the ceremony, everyone who has contributed a gift to hospice of $20 has a live butterfly that we give them, and those butterflies are released in their honor. It's beautiful.
Approximately $15,000 to $20,000 comes out of the Wings of Hope event. It's mostly set up for promotional to bring awareness to hospice more than anything.
And it seems like you have so many families here and people who have been through hospice. It's really very much a feel-good event for them. Is that right?
It's a real family event to bring, again, awareness to hospice, end of life, really for all members of the family, but also a celebration of life and a focus on life, and that's the really nice part about it.
Now we have the YCU weather forecast for this coming week and weekend. Tonight we have temperatures around 69 degrees. Tomorrow will heat up to around 81 degrees with some scattered storms. And if you're in the Upper Valley, stop by the International Women's Club Coffee Drop-In in Hanover at the Howe Library from 10 to 11 a.m. Wednesday we have a radical heat wave with temperatures up to 90 degrees. Thursday we'll have a few storms and temperatures in the upper 70s. But if you're in the New London area, be sure to check out the 2nd annual Brian J. Prescott Help a Pet fundraiser at the Lake Sunapee Country Club at noon. Friday we'll have some showers with temperatures around 60 degrees. This weekend will bring temperatures in the upper 60s. And don't forget the One Lunger Engine and Antique Tractor Day this Sunday from 9 to 1 p.m. at 91 Pleasant Street in New London. Our YCU Game of the Week crew kicked off our fall season with a gridiron matchup as the Cosmos from Springfield traveled to take on the Wasps of Woodstock. The talented Wasps, the 2-time defending state champions, hope to be the measure against the reconstructed Cosmos. Woodstock got on the board early as Tom Bowman, number 24, puts the Wasps up 7-0. During the first quarter, Oliver Kaya takes this short pass into the end zone to give Woodstock a 21-0 lead. Later, it was time for Bowman to score the second of his 3 touchdowns on the nifty run. Bowman ended up with 123 yards on just 4 carries. At halftime, longtime and recently retired Woodstock coach Jim McLaughlin was honored by having the field named after him. From now on, the field will be remembered as the Jim T. McLaughlin Athletic Field. Woodstock rolled easily 65-0 and will take on U32 next Saturday. Springfield hopes to rebound at Mount St. Joseph, also on Saturday. A real bright spot for the Cosmos was the play of Mitch Greenwood, who had 17 carries for 116 yards. Springfield looks like a program that has numbers and will be heard from in the future. This will be our YCU Game of the Week, premiering this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. and replayed at 1 and 5 p.m. I'm Rose Spillman for YCU, your local view. Good night.